Hi, my name is James Gorry from Train Safe NT. We're just doing a risk assessment of this site. We're actually doing the basic hazard identification and risk assessment form for the work health safety course that you're doing online. So just have a look around here, just do a scanning shot. Okay, firstly, you can see I've got steel cap boots on, which is all good. Got my long pants on, my long sleeve shirt on. Now, as you can see when you come into this workshop, firstly, let's just have a look around. What we got is a welder. You can see here, and it's a trip hazard. You could walk in, trip over this, so I'm just going to put this away. And because we've got a welder, we need PPE. PPE meaning I can see we've got some welding gloves here. And I can see we've got a welding mask here. So welding gloves, welding mask for your welder here. That's good. You've got it drilled, so you've got some eye protection here. So I'm just checking PPE against the machinery. We've got an angle grinder, some eye protection and so on. And just while I'm here, I can see 240 volt come around here. Electricity that's nice and neat, colour coded. No one's going to trip on that. You can see here, at the moment it's like bang, like to fall over. So, what we want to do first is, I'm going to put here, location is Darwin. This is the workplace. Now, it's the 3rd of the 10th, 20. My name there. Now, what we got here first is trip hazards. So we've got, I'll just put exhaust, trip. So I've written exhaust and trip, we don't want to trip on that. Also spare wheel, I'll just put here spare wheel, again trip hazard. So what are we going to do to make this safer? I'm going to say remove from floor area. Okay, remove from floor area. So that means we want to put this away so no one's going to trip on it. So we'll put it over here. At least get that off the rack. Now, while we're here, this might clean this up a bit. So, just clean that up again. Goes there. That's a lot neater. Okay, now we've identified welder as a hazard here, so we've written welder. And basically, I'm going to write over here, control is PPE, we've got PPE. The spare wheel, we've cleaned that up, so that's removed from floor area. Now, we've got an angle grinder here, which is quite noisy. We've got a drop saw here, which is very noisy, but I can't see, oh no, here it is. Ear protection, so that's good. Now the only difficulty is, oh no, we've got eye protection, no, that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to put here is, I'm just going to put drop saw, that's probably the loudest thing here, drop saw, and then hearing. And again, ear muffs. Okay, so we put drop saw, that's very loud. Ear muffs is one of our controls. So I've cleaned up the workplace a bit more. Now again, another trip hazard. Just move this over to this pile here, so that's out of the road. Now what we can do next is, we just might, there. Okay, so essentially what we did was we walked around the workplace, we looked for any hazards, we identified our hazards here, come up with things that can make it safer, and a clean workplace is a safe workplace. You don't want to be walking in here and treading on any pieces of metal, which is highly likely when you've got angle grinders and cutters and things like that. Okay, so what you've got to do in your work health safety course is identify hazards in your workplace, come up with things that are going to make it safer. Now your controls must always make it safer, so if you found something that was quite dangerous, your control must try and make it always safer, or even try and eliminate the hazard.